Here's my dilemma. I want to spend, I don't know if we talked about this already. I want to spend my 40th birthday next year in Japan.
Oh.
Okay. I want to go for like 2 to 3 weeks, but I want to go by myself. Okay. So I don't know how I convince the family that I'm going by myself for 3 weeks to a different country.
You can go, but just give them a different hotel or something. They can go.
I don't see. This is where you're missing the point. Is I want to go by myself. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I did it for my 36.
Where'd you go?
San Francisco.
How long did you go for?
Like 4 days.
By yourself? Mm-hmm. But 4 days and 3 weeks is very different.
For sure. But I'm saying I spent it by myself. I spent it by myself and I enjoyed it.
Did you have any static from the fam?
No.
Nobody was
My birthday is like midweek school season.
Nobody's like, you don't want to spend it with us? See, because I think because it's 40, they're going to want to do something,
Sure.
right?
Just do it when I come back.
3 weeks from now.
Or why are you waiting? Why are you waiting on your actual birthday? You can go like a week before, and then everybody can celebrate it. Go like 2 weeks before
Here's my question also.
or after.
Why do I have to celebrate my birthday with somebody else? Family, right? Because people want to celebrate with you.
Sure.
But if I don't want to, I feel obligated that I have to. And not even talking about going to Japan for 3 weeks. Let's just say it's a regular day. And I go like, oh, I'm just going to go to the movies, do something by myself. If I don't come home to do the cake and birthday or something like that, then it feels like you don't want them around or something like that, which is kind of true.
Yeah.
So it's not I don't want you guys around. I want to be by myself. But why is that like bad?
But because I think it's an insecurity thing with other people that who wants to celebrate you. What did you do for Chad's birthday? He wanted to go to Japan by himself. Oh, you paid for it? No, he wanted to pay it out of his own time. I remember having my birthday, my 40th. I didn't want to do anything because I was going through a lot, and I didn't know how to fully celebrate it. And at the last minute, Tola was like, "I'm calling everybody," and she
And we pulled up.
pulled up, yo.
We pulled up and showed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Left my glasses. These words got different. I try to look at the comments. Nope.
Somebody said, "Do it." You're not hearing him, Dion. You can't go to a cool ass place that your family hasn't been by yourself for an entire time. Can they go with you for a week?
Here's the thing. This is where I balk because then I go, why do I have to take them?
You don't have to.
Right? Now let's talk about financials. It's gonna cost me at least $1,400 to get to Japan. Come on, dog, little fruit fly. To get to Japan, okay? And then I got to pay for a hotel, right? And then I'm trying to go to different areas.
Right.
So I'm trying to go to Kyoto,
It's a lot cheaper.
Tokyo. I want to see this island that I played this video game on, Tsushima.
Arigato.
Yep. Okay, that's a word. So I want to go see different places and different things. I want to go see all the little old Edo castles and stuff like that are around.
By yourself. I get it.
I want to go when I want to go.
Great deal.
Right. So now, if I take them, my plane ticket is already $5,000. Right. We're already here. Right. And then I got to worry about taking them with me, traveling, all this other stuff. We're all going to pack up together. But it's easy for me to move by
yourself. Do you think it would change if your financial situation was dramatically
Not
different?
far as what I want to do.
As in, like, oh man, Chaz, in a year he became a multi-millionaire. Okay, now y'all can go.
So I'm taking them all to Hawaii in October, right? For my 39th birthday, which is not really for me, it's for them.
Right.
Okay? But I'm taking me, mom, her mom, and Izzy. So 5 people I paid for out of pocket.
You already paid it.
Already paid it.
Sheesh.
Hotel out of pocket. It's done.
Yeah,
Thousands of dollars.
for sure.
That's to Hawaii. And I caught a good deal on this. Tickets each were $208. Right? So I said, you know what? I don't know if they're going to be this cheap again. We're taking everybody. That's just to Hawaii, not to Tokyo, right?
This is what inspired the Tokyo trip.
No, I wanted to go to Tokyo, but I've been wanting to go for the longest. But I said, yeah, for my 40th, I'm gonna go. But I thought about spending my 39th birthday in Hawaii by myself because I saw those tickets, and I said, I can go by myself. Then I was like, am I gonna be looked at like a jerk if I go to Hawaii my son for 4 or 5 days? So then I felt weird not to take everybody. Or I was like, I'm gonna take Yo. My mom's like, I'll watch her, and she doesn't get to go anywhere, right? She's always watching the kid while we go somewhere nice. I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to take her somewhere because she deserves to go see as much as she puts in for us, right? But then it's like, well, is it weird if I take my mom and not take Yo to Hawaii? So I was like, who's gonna watch the kid? I gotta take everybody. All right. So now we're here. But now with Japan, I'm like, I'm not taking everybody across the world for thousands and thousands of dollars. No, we're not doing that. And they don't want to go see all the weird, nerdy anime stuff. They're not going to be able to appreciate it like I do. There's all these little anime store cities that they've made. I want to go to all those little spots. I'm like, I want to go just explore.
I think it's also, I kind of feel like if they're upset, it might be an insecurity thing. It's like, who's he out there with? He wants to go by himself. And it's like, girl, I don't know. Who paid for it? He said he paid for it. Oh no, man. He might got a little Sailor Moon out there waiting for him. He got a little Chun-Li out there waiting for him. I don't know. That sounds kind of suspicious. So what is he hiding?
Chun-Li is Chinese.
Man, I don't.
I feel like this though. I feel like a lot of people don't understand doing stuff by yourself because I don't know if a lot of people enjoy their own company.
I love myself.
I can be by myself for days.
Yeah, for sure.
And have a wonderful time. I make me laugh the most. I'm like, yo, you wild. This is dumb.
For sure.
I was like, I enjoy that time by myself. So
I do agree.
Doing 3 weeks in Japan, I don't think I'd be like, you know who I wish I had here.
Yeah. I also think 3 weeks is a long time.
So that's what I was thinking. I was like, it might be a long time, so I might take it down to 2. That's more reasonable, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
You ever been in Vegas for too long?
Yeah.
Like,
after like 5 days, you go like
5 is a lot. I would say when you ain't winning money,
4 days in Vegas is enough. You go like, all right.
I went on a Friday night. By Sunday morning, I said, I gotta get out of here. This place is havoc.
Then you go like, okay.
Yeah. And even when you go home, you ever went home and not stay at a hotel? And you was like at a relative's house. You like, I don't like not having this much power. Like I hate going to like a relative's house, like you at your Uncle Roger's house or something, and then he's like, "Hey, turn up all my lights. Who got a TV on downstairs?" You like, I don't.
Why is it offensive for people if they go like, "No, y'all ain't going to a hotel. Y'all stay with us." Why is that offensive to people like to stay at a hotel instead of staying with them?
It's not.
Because people rather be like, "Well, y'all don't need to stay in a hotel. Y'all can stay with us."
Yeah, because they want that.
I'm gonna take that hotel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, y'all can stay right here. We got the guest bedroom set up.
Right.
Got your towels on the bed.
The thing is, I don't wear clothes when I leave the shower. That's the issue.
I was like, why is it offensive to be like
grandkids there?
Like if I tell somebody, yo, you can come stay with me, I'm gonna get a hotel. I'm not gonna be like, oh.
Yeah. Because it is a freedom. Like there's a difference when you at a hotel, you leave out the shower, don't put a towel on. You just kind of walk out, lay on the bed, kind of air dry.
Is that what you're doing here?
I don't do
on
that.
this naked couch.
Definitely that. I do snow angels on this couch. But when you at like someone's house, you like there could be a guest. There could be a guest around here. Matter of fact, I don't know when last time you actually cleaned.
And make yourself at home, but sure.
Yeah. And then it's like, what can I eat in here?
You can't
don't eat that
like you want to.
Yeah,
or someone.
You cannot, man. Yeah, it is.
You can't bring hookers over. Did you bring enough for everybody?
Yeah, bring enough for everybody.
My glasses.
You guys are women. Let's see what he's saying.
I can see the words now.
If your people not understanding of what you want, then it's always going to be an issue. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think we should definitely spend time by ourselves. You should try to backpack. You trying to backpack through Japan?
Well, I didn't say that.
It's your birthday.
I'm doing a very bougie
more
backpacking.
Solo peaceful trips.
I'm not backpacking. I'm traveling. I'm taking a bullet train to places. I'm gonna have a suitcase, and the hotels places. I'm not doing no. What do you call those? They have them here. There's a bunch of people in one room.
Hostel.
Hostels.
Yeah.
I'm not doing those. I will be in the finest of hotels. Probably not that expensive.
Did they give you static before you left, or feel salty when you wanted to be alone?
No. You just once you have a family, you just don't get to do a lot of stuff by yourself
At
anymore.
all.
And then, like for my kid in general, the daughter thing is, the kid thing is one thing. They want your birthday is a big deal to them. They want to celebrate. You know, it becomes an event. And then Father's Day, even though it's lackluster usually, they want to do that thing as an event. You know, my daughter loves to hand you a card and whatever thing she made, but you go like, But if you had people go like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I'm like, I know what I want to do, but I know you don't want to do what I want to do. So why don't you just let me go do what I want to do, and we're fine.
Yeah.
But it's like they have to do it with you. It's like, oh, we got to spend this time with them. We're going to do this. And I go, you got to do none of that. Just let me do my own devices, and I'll be fine.
Would you feel bad? You haven't got to this age yet. Would you feel bad if your daughter spent more money on her boyfriend versus you for your birthday?
No. Would I feel bad?
As in, like, yo, not feel bad. It was like kind of jealous or salty.
I don't think so.
It's like, you just met this nigga. Like, I'm your dad.
I'd be more worried about her spending money on some dude she just met for sure, but I want to be like, hey, you made me something.
You are 18. You gave me a macaroni necklace.
You put a necklace for him on your credit card. What's up with this? I don't think I do that. I just be like, don't spend no money on
Right.
period. Don't be spending
I
spending
definitely
money.
seen the gift and I was like, I know you have a job. But what I got does not equal out to the same sort of love.
You're not gonna get the same thing.
I know. It definitely made me feel away. But I was like, oh, so you really like this nigga, huh?
The fact that the older your kids get, the less important you are to them is crazy.
Yeah, buddy.
And it's coming for me.
Yeah, buddy. How would you feel if your child becomes, I know you're going to say, I'm fine with it, becomes more successful than you, right? Which is obviously everyone's goal as a parent. But then it becomes like you do what I say do because I'm paying you.
Who's
your
saying
child
that?
is saying that to you. As in like, who are you talking to? I bought you a house. I paid your car off. Now, if I ask you to pick me up from the airport, you pick me from the airport. Would you be like,
Click.
she's right. Click.
You lost your mind. Click.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You lost your mind.
Because now you into the position of like, hey, Izzy, you ain't gonna believe what happened, man. The gutter, it just exploded. A tree fell in the house, so I need some money for repairs for the roof. She's like, yeah, I got it. Okay. Just use my black card. And then you be like, thank you so much. And by the way, I need you to pick me at the airport now. You be like, I need you to ask me nicely. I just gave you $15,000. You better get here now. You be like, okay.
Well, this scenario in particular took a turn.
I know. You gotta put some spice on it.
Things got a little different.
Your child owns you all of a sudden?
No.
No, I told you I wanted chicken Gardon Bleu. I didn't ask for some roasted garlic chicken.
She throws it on the floor. Clean this up.
Yeah.
No. I'm like, oh, you lost. I said all down today. You lost your mind.
But she's like 30 now, you know? She's growing. It's not like she's a child.
Oh, no, I don't need your. What are you talking about?
No, you do.
Come on, dog.
What if you actually living off of her now? As in like, hey, Dad, what you did for me in my life. It started off like this, really nice and sweet. What you did for my life, you changed
Where'd
my
all
life.
my money go?
You still have money?
Well, then I'm out.
No, you don't have money like this.
I don't have money like what?
As in like your child is now,
Sure.
yeah, Kevin Hart.
Great.
And you are like, wow, I'm gonna make sure you don't have to ever work again.
Cool.
And you like, man, I'm traveling to Tokyo by myself on my daughter's dime. And now it's kind of like, wow, man, I raised a great child.
So do I have money?
Yes, you have money.
So when you start talking
But
to me
you ain't
crazy,
got
I'm
that
out.
money, though.
I don't need that money.
You ain't got that money.
When have I had?
Things happen.
Wait a second. When have I had that money? I've never had that money.
Sure.
We're talking to the same dude had nothing.
Right.
So I'm all of a sudden I'm like, oh yes, ma'am. I can't go back to nothing.
Yeah, but you biting the hand that feeds you. You know how like you feel obligated to kind of like, man, this person has really took care of me, and now you can't be all of a sudden like, yeah, thank you for that $15,000 you just gave me, but I'm not picking you from the airport. Not right now. Not no last minute.
It depends what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, I got you. I wasn't doing nothing anyways, but it's like I'm on the roof right now. There's a hole in my ceiling. I can't just hold on a second. There's a hole in my roof.
Well, you got money. We'll just call an Uber. I need to talk to you.
Well, I'm standing in the hole in the roof. That's a little bit of an emergency. That hole ain't going nowhere.
Somebody said my child gets more successful than me. I'm turning into Denzel Washington from Fences.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel blessed to be here live. Hey, what's up, Jeremy P?
Who was Jeremy P?
I went to Vegas alone and had a great time by myself. People period, but black fathers really don't do by themselves besides sit in the driveway in the car before somebody calls us for accident. We're mad. Yeah, that's true. I went to Vietnam by myself for my birthday, left the fam. There it is. How long did you go for, though? That's my question. It's your birthday. Black men need more solo, peaceful trips.
I think the surrounding people just don't trust black men to do things by themselves. Like, he's like, where you at now? I'm in the hotel. Why do you keep calling me? Who you in there with? Put me on speakerphone.
Put me on FaceTime. Let me see the room. No, man, I just go like, what I want to do, because otherwise you got to go do the touristy stuff with people. And I'm like, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah.
I want to go deep into the forest and see some things. I'm going to be the biggest hater. I've seen bigger houses. I'm talking most of an attorney. Oh, okay. I would love for my kid to get more successful than me. I feel like that's always the goal.
Yeah.
I'm glad they were understanding. Chaz needs this type of support. Mind you, I haven't brought this up to my family yet. This is me preparing for it. Because I feel like Izzy would at the most she'd miss me for 2 weeks. I want to go. She don't know what we're talking about. I could tell her Tokyo's down the street. She'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
She don't know.
Until she turned 6. Oh, wait, Tokyo's where?
I asked her, I was like, do you want to go to Hawaii? She was like, yeah. I was like, do you know what it is? She's like, no. Are we going, though? I was like, what would you do in Hawaii? Swim. Sure.
You gotta do like Disney references. Like, this is where
this is Moana, Lilo and Stitch. I told her.
Yeah.
Because we saw the mountain of Motunui from Moana. I think that was her name. What was her name? I remember the Moana mountain.
Yeah, Moana.
No, not Motunui. What was the? I can't remember the Athene.
I got nothing.
Yeah, something like that. The Heart of Tafiti. That's what it was. I've seen that movie a lot. Can you guys please answer a writer question for me as a fan of the art?
Just do it. Let's do it.
Sure. Told my ex I was planning to go to Cuba for my birthday. Her and her friend said, "You mean we going to Cuba?" Shaking my head. No. We nothing.
Yeah, I enjoy being by myself, but at the same time, I'm like, who is suffering here? Knowing that you're in Los Angeles, you'd be like, me being by myself is becoming selfish because I'm in a tourist attraction that people pay to be here. Then I'm also like, my kids, what are they doing? This is their childhood. They're in their childhood. Like, what can I be doing with them right now? Those are my two guilty things. It's like, man, I could be doing something with them right now. Versus just like, I just like to be in peace right now.
Right.
And then like when you're in Los Angeles, you'd be like, man, there's so many people right here. It's like I'm chasing my dreams. just landed here, and I got to network with as many people as possible. Me, I'm just like, I'm done with the networking.
For real.
And it's like, I should be doing a lot more.
I don't want to.
You're right. Right. But, you know, I think we get to a place where we can become complacent, as in life has been successful for us for a while, and then we think that it's going to be on auto drive, but you it's like working out. You can't be like, I reached my limit.
Now I can rest.
Yes. You definitely gotta get in the gym. You forgetting like, oh, there's a lot more hungry people out here. And
It just never stops.
It never stops, man. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Someone told me when I first started stand-up that stand-up would be a late-night mistress. And I didn't know what that meant. But I've had whole relationships ruined because of comedy. I've had endless nights, and then it's also like it just doesn't. There's always something to be done. I feel like the internet made it worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Having to do all this crap online just made it worse.
Yep.
You can put in this video and post this video.
Right.
I just want to tell jokes, bro.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Are you doing shows in during the week, or are you just on the weekends?
I have been just on the weekends. I haven't done
An open
something
mic or something
since.
or a show.
Yeah, I haven't done
And that's another thing, dude. When you're out of the loop for a long time, you'd be like, oh, I have to book myself. People are not just gonna reach out and say, can you do my show?
All right.
And like, you definitely gotta be like, hey, how do you get on? Who's booking the show?
My energy has been going on mainly our podcast and just building something that I want to do independently. But it has not been huge in stand-up lately. Because, I mean, it will, but one thing builds the other.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to really work hard to build my presence and stuff like that. But also, like, knowing what we know about writing, producing, and shooting, I go, like, all this stuff is super doable. And I have the access to the places I need to do it at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I need to really focus on doing that. So what's up, Annis? Is it?
I ain't heard that name in a long time.
Annis is it?
Annis is
What's up,
it.
Spice? Can you guys, can you tell me the difference between a TV show writing room and if there is one on films?
There ain't no writing room in the films.
Nope.
It's mostly
You can hire people or have people come by if you wanted to, but it's not like a real room.
right. For movies, it's usually one person, because you can help you out with an outline.
Or a writing team. You have a writer's assistant, maybe, if depending on your level and stuff like that.
But what really happens is there is a person who have an idea, and then they finish the idea and they say, hey, what do you think about this idea? And then some people start punching it up or adding things, and they're like, well, you want to be a co-writer to this because you helped out with so much? And that's how you get writing credit for certain shows. Or somebody have an idea, story by, and then somebody else takes over. These are my created characters. You start seeing stuff like that. The universe, the created by. But it's very rarely a writer room for a movie.
Yeah, and the workload is different because if you're doing a TV, you got to get somewhere between, now it's lower, somewhere between 8 to 20 something episodes done in a few weeks. I mean, a couple months. You know, you get a couple months, and then the dynamic is changing now, but it's also like you're pumping out way more hours of actual footage of story-wise. Like a movie, you probably go in 2 to 3 hours, you know, but for a film, I mean, for a TV series, we're talking about, you know, if it's an hour show, like you see some of these hour shows, like what's one of those police series shows?
CIS.
Yeah, those are hour shows and 20 something episodes, you know. So we're talking about a little less than 200 hours of television. So the workload is different. That's why you have a writer's room, because the workload is just kind of different than all those other places. Especially, it's a lot for one person to come up with 24 different episodes idea, write out the outlines. You still you're going to pitch to networks and stuff like that, get approval, do rewrites. Like it's a crazy amount of work for one person to do.
Right. And this is why, as a showrunner, and they usually kind of flush out the each episodes with the writers, or sometimes they just do it by themselves. They just do it themselves, like, you guys.
Tyler Perry got it.
Right. Tyler Perry got it. So that's what they have, a showrunner. This comes to TV show, showrunner, And then they be like, I got for 10 episodes. In the perfect world, 10 episodes, I have 10 writers, and they all having each have an episode.
That's a big room, though. You want to get that.
I mean,
Perfect world.
Yeah, in a perfect world, so it's not a load. They might break it up in 2 people. That's when you get 24. The show 24. You get
24.
There ain't gonna be no 24 writers. No. They definitely would break it up into like at least everyone gets 4 episodes.
And those will probably have bigger rooms, so you're probably going like I think the most I ever heard was like 12 or something in the writers' room. It's a lot.
Yeah. But they're usually not in the same room. You'll see people broke up. When I did the MTV music or movie awards, they had 2 different rooms. It was like one for the host, one for the presenters and segues, and then they had the red carpet people. But yeah, it's a bunch of writers, but
Yeah, I heard
that'd be wild.
Blackish had a lot.
Blackish.
I mean, but they were season 8 by the time they ended, something like that.
What's wild is you like imagine you're on like season 34, and you never watched the show. Hey man, Chaz, we love you to be a writer, man. You be a part of the show. You're like, yeah, absolutely. Are you familiar with?
What if you got hired for The Simpsons? It was like, all right, great, you got to watch episode 1 to 1,000 or whatever they're on now. Okay.
I'll go to YouTube, just Simpsons for Dummies. give me a brief summary. Because there's no way.
What if they're like, all right, remember episode 7, and you got to answer the questions. Episode 7, there was who was Bart's girlfriend of the day?
These are gonna be slice of life. This is not gonna be no connection at all. Cause like mostly Simpsons and Family Guy shows like that, they just kind of they might have like a running joke.
Yeah.
But there's never like a continuation like series of like you gotta watch the last episode to.
When I wrote for Independent Family Time, I never seen the shows. Yeah. I didn't know where to find them at the time.
Just dive in.
Yeah, I was kind of just hopped in the room. This person does what? I don't know who these people were.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is that the question that we answer? Can you tell me the difference? And I'm a huge fan of both of you brothers. Appreciate you. I pray for continued success for y'all boys. Thanks, man.
JP! Appreciate you, King.
Shoot, I'm listening to this podcast right now while walking a forest preserve alone. Need my peaceful alone time. Dang right. The solitude would be cool for like 2 or 3 days. Oh man, that just goes to show you brilliant you guys are. To write a film is nuts. Thanks for the clear up. It is a lot of work. I don't even think about award shows. To think that writers get disrespected is nuts. Yeah.
The biggest mistake, Jeremy, if you ever want to write a movie, don't just start writing a movie. Like really flesh out an outline and a quick summary of the entire movie. Have a beginning, middle, and end. Learn the story mountain. That helps out. It comes like a little cheat sheet. A lot of people just start writing and they're like, wow, my first act, the first 50 pages.
And then you're like, I don't know where to go. I'm stuck.
Yeah.
For me, I won't write something until I have the ending. Once I have the ending, I go like,
you go backwards?
Yeah. And I go like, okay, I know where my ending is. Usually I know who my characters are. But I can't even begin to start writing a movie until I know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
Need to know my ending. And what I think about is how I want to end, especially for TV. I do this. Where does season 2 begin? That's what I think of. If we're gonna do like a big wrap up, I go like, where would I want? I start with where would I want to see season 2 begin, and that sets up my ending. So then we can go right into it. And then movie wise, I don't, if you plan on something being a sequel, great. You would love to be able to do it, but I'm like, just make one really good movie first. Figure out the sequel stuff later.
What's wild is, how my mind is. It's always a what if this happens, and that's usually the middle of the story. What if this happens and you don't know how to do this?
Yeah.
That's the middle for me. I usually work with that idea and then backtrack and then go with the third act. I'm a big fan of, ooh, what you gonna do now? Point of no return. That's how you hook them.
Yeah. And then like when I'm doing second acts are like, they used to be really hard for me. My first act and third act would be fire. Second act would be a shit show.
Tell you something, third act's it's no easy feat, man.
I don't think they're easy, by any means. I just usually by then I know what I want.
It's tough, man.
Second act, I'd be like, because anything can happen. Anything goes. I know how we're gonna start it off. I know how we get to the point. But then it's like anything can happen. What's the right way to go? Right. And then it's like by the ending, I know I want to be. Then that's why I had to get my ending better because I would just be like, dang, I can go anywhere. Second act, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
So, but I learned that if you get stuck in a second act, this guy told me that you probably don't know your characters that well, and that their purpose and that their want isn't strong enough. Because it said if they have to be in a place where there's like it's this do or die, right? And then by who they are, the temperament, who they are determines what they're gonna do. Are they emotionally reactive? Are they angry? Are they quick to get? Are they too passive? Blah 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 blah. And those things have consequences of how this person reacts and what they would do. Are they impulsive? Stuff like that.
I think the third act is difficult for me is because you're like, what have I not closed out? What I did the A story, then the B story, but is there any sort of loose ends? I had some sort of I set this part up. Have I closed this out?
So you gotta start killing people.
Right.
I didn't end their story. Oh, I ended their life.
Yeah. So it's always funny when you see in certain movies where it's like they didn't figure out this third act because you start seeing like stuff happening. Like, hey, I'm so sorry what happened with your mom, man. Hey, Clarence, what's going on, bro? Hey, remember next Tuesday, bakery sale. Jonathan. Hey, and it's like you are flushing out these super fast, and it's like these could have been sprinkled out throughout the third act, not just immediately. I mean, of course you can do it, but I say Tyler Perry is that's his weakness right there. The third act. I'm giving Tyler Perry his props. This was probably his last movie was probably his best in a long time.
What movie?
Divorce in the Black.
The one that just dropped?
The one, yeah, on Paramount.
You said it's his worst?
Probably his best.
Oh, really?
The one he wrote, direct, produce, wrote, produce, direct. There's a lot of ones he was kind of a part of, like Color Girls, which is already written by somebody else. Like The Family That Prays is pretty good, and his first one's pretty good. But this one right here is kind of flushed out. Like, this can actually happen. It was nothing that was like, God, it's Tyler Perry, man. But that third act, it kind of like just feels very slapstick.
He got like a 0% on like Rotten
Really?
Tomatoes. Yeah. I think the audience gave it a 60%.
I think it's because of Tyler Perry, man.
And then the critical gave it the 0%.
It was wild because it was like the opening scene, minute 1. It was like a family thing. Just think about this.
I heard the opening scene is wild.
You heard about it?
I didn't hear what it was though.
So it was a family that was like a poverty-stricken family, and then obviously a family who has money. And the father was the pastor, was the father of Megan Good, and then there was a funeral, and the guy in the casket was Megan Good's husband's brother, and then the pastor was just talking. I'm just like, this happens, man. Pretty much, this happens. If you play with the devil, you die. Your whole entire family has been trashed. Pretty much. I'm paraphrasing. And then mom was like, you know what, man? I don't like what you're saying right now. I don't like you talking. Oh. And then he was like, you said you was gonna take care of my son's funeral, man, but I don't like how you feel like you got one up on me. And she started taking off her clothes, like, take these clothes back. And it's like, kids, take him. We'll bury him ourselves. So they was like, you gonna take the body? And it's like, nah. It's like, you taking the casket? No, I'm taking the body. And they took this body out the casket, and they left. I don't want to owe you. You guys to owe me nothing. So it's just like they were just like, why are you doing this? It was like, because we don't want you to have this over us.
They dragged the dead body.
All her sons dragged his body. I was like, because they didn't have the money to have a funeral. And then she was like, my dad would take care of it. He'll give everybody suits. He'll pay for it and casket. And he's like, the way you talking about me and my kids, man, I don't like this, man. And she was like, take him out of here. Like no. I ain't talking about the casket. Take his body. Because I don't want you to say we bought that casket. And they buried him in the backyard.
That's wild.
It is. I was like, this could happen. I know it's wild, but it's like the slums of like Atlanta. Like it's like the back. It's
Where
not,
is this gonna happen?
Why do you make it like this cannot happen? Someone being so prideful. I don't want you to take care of me.
That they take their dead son out of the casket and carry him through where they put him in the front seat, where they put his body. What are we talking about?
They put him in the back of the truck. They took him away.
I would never do that. What?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a great opening scene, boy. Definitely talkable.
It was very entertaining, but a stretch. I had my siblings watch the opening scene yesterday. They were dying. Spoiler alert. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, it's literally the opening 2 minutes of the movie.
Taking a bite out of the casket during the service is utterly ridiculous. Super ridiculous. I respect TP so much. I root for him too, but I don't like his art at all for how it makes us look, how it makes me feel. Did y'all talk about Trump almost getting clipped on an episode? No, we did not talk about it.
What's your thoughts on it, brother?
Well, I'm actually really glad that he lived.
Yeah.
And not because I don't believe he should die.
Yeah, that'd been a civil war.
Not only that, I was just like, I don't want them to make him a martyr. I don't want to see murals of Trump.
Oh, man. I just thought about that.
Statues of him somewhere, and, it'd have been this martyr that they made, like a Hitler type that they did.
Yeah, it's like he died for us, man.
They tried to take him down. Well, it was I swear, dude, it was out of a movie when he got up, and it was just like, I was like, who wrote this?
Oh my God. That's when I was like, this. It felt so fake.
It was a Tyler Perry movie, and he got to do the white version. Yeah? All righty, great.
It felt so fake, man. When I heard it, I was like, this is. I'm still saying 60% of this is not real.
I mean, it's just, and then also the bad thing about him surviving is that now he gets to be like, they tried to kill me. They tried to do assassination attempt and it didn't work. You can't be stopped. That's what we're gonna win in the polls.
Yeah.
And I was just like, either way.
I like if your life was inches away from ending.
Yeah.
You felt the need to push through the people, your Secret Service, and like this. And I was like, dude, nigga, duck down. There's still more could be out there. Like, why do you feel the fight?
You know what's funny though?
This is what I felt before I said. This is what I felt. I felt like the hat has some sort of like some sort of contraption, and then when he went down, they was like, "Let me just poke your ear a little bit." And then when it was covering him up, and it's like, "Here we go."
The audio makes it sound like he got shot multiple times. He was like, ugh. I was like, oh, what happened?
Like the preciseness. Think about this. The preciseness to shoot an ear. That is all God. If you tell the best sniper in the world, I need you to shoot his ear off. I know he was moving, right? I know he was moving.
Right.
But the preciseness it had to be like a 22. Because a 22 is a small bullet. But if it was like a sniper, it would have still ripped an entire part of his head off.
Shooting somebody for assassination tip with a sniper with a 22 is like, so what are you doing? I mean, if it goes through your head, it still kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But had he used something else, that's why people like center mass. Like, yeah, you could have. I don't know. But that 5.56 or the other one you just said, yeah, it's like that did it.
Yeah, it would have ripped it. I don't care how, because once a bullet starts traveling further, it starts to spread apart a little bit. Like, because it's like the wind and the velocity of it is going so fast, it started to kind of open up, and it would have, like, I don't know, to just take an ear off. I mean, I know he was moving. It could have been the perfect timing of doing this. And
then I heard like it hit the teleprompter and it was glass that cut him from the teleprompter. That's what I heard. But somebody died behind him.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's fake.
Yeah.
This is what I think. This is how could I make this a thing? They could have went to the guy, I want to be a martyr for you. Right? Mm-hmm. I want to die. Mm-hmm. All right? I want to die. Can I stage this to assassinate you, and then shoot some people behind you? We can fake this. You getting shot in your ear. Like, I'm aiming towards people behind you, right? I'm aiming towards people behind you, And when you duck down, it can poke a little hole in your ear to seem like it's a shot.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm actually aiming at people behind you. In a perfect world movie.
He's like, listen, there's a guy I hate right behind you. 2 birds, 1 stone. I don't know. I wish it never happened.
Yeah.
Only because it fuels Trump. And somebody died, of course.
Right.
But it fuels like now I really feel like he's gonna win. Like I already thought he was probably gonna win anyways, but